exercise 16. In this exercise, we look at family tables and just what types of advantages there are in here. Other systems actually call this configurations, because basically the idea is you could take one part, for example in this case a socket wrench, and make several or more than one configuration. In this case we can see that this is an unmachined version without the actual holes in it, whereas this has the holes. Now this could also apply to dimensional values too. So for example, if you had a whole bunch of socket wrench or socket sets, you could have 12 or 10 or 8 millimeter sizes, all with derived from the same part file. So let's begin. What we're going to do is actually we're going to open up the exercise 16 part. So just make sure you go to your CAD Advanced Pro E Fun sample files exercise 16. Now there's a family part. You don't want that one. You just want the E16 part, and hit open. Okay, in this part we could see that it actually has the holes in it. It's really the finished product, something that we did back in the first class actually, and we're going to reuse it. And the idea is we want to show two versions of it. We want to show this version that has the holes in it, which is technically like a machine version. After it's been molded, it goes through a machining process, a milling machine cuts this data out. But perhaps we would just want to show a molded version for the mold makers who are going to actually cast this or drop forge it. So here's what we can do. I'm going to turn off my planes there. To make a family table, basically what you do is we go to Tools, and we'll find Family Table. And under Family Table here, you could go through here and you just want to go and select this very first option, Insert a New Instance. And so we'll keep the original, and then we have the new exercise 16 INST, which is instance. We have a common name and an instance name. You could change either one. Maybe you might want to change this to the molded part, or actually I'll call that cast. Let's just say it's a casting. It's really not. It'd be drop forging, but that's alright. Or forging. Or you could even put down pre-machined version. That might even make more sense. Alright, and now what we do is we go ahead and we go ahead and click on Add and Delete Table, and we get this little family items information that pops up. And what we want to do is we look at Add Items, and these are features or dimensions that we can either change or manipulate or suppress. And in this case we just want to suppress features. You don't ever really want to delete them. But when we select Feature, the menu manager appears, and we could go ahead and select specific features. So we could select them right here on this face. In theory, since these are all built on top of each other, we could probably just select this one right here, and that in turn would disable all the other features. So that makes our life a little easier. Otherwise, you could you could select each individual feature if you wanted to. Okay. All right. Then we go ahead and we just hit OK. And now we could see those extrudes actually have little Y's next to them on our basic part. But over here we have little asterisks. It's waiting for us to input data. So in this case, you either have yes or no. It's binary, on or off when it comes to these features. So we just click here. We can either type in N or whatever we want. So we do not want to see those features with an N. No, we don't want to see them. And then we could go ahead and hit the check mark to verify the instances. However, maybe I want to go back and edit this and apply additional dimensional constraints or features that are different. So I could go back and we could go to Add Delete, and let's add a dimensional change. So over here just make sure dimension is selected, and I could click on this handle, and maybe I want to make a shorter handle. So I could click on the dimension of the handle, and then I just hit OK. And now over here we have a new column, D13. And normally it's 4 inches, but maybe I want a 2-inch handle, or maybe I want a longer handle, 6 inches, things like that. Now we'll go ahead and we'll verify. Okay. Said it was successful. I hit OK. And now this is where you go to File, Open. And actually it would be in my In Session part. And we could see, actually it was, it should be this one right here. And sure enough, it comes up. And we could see that it is the machine version. Or I'm sorry, the straight out of the mold version. Okay. And actually, that's about it. And actually, I made a mistake there. If we go back and we take a look, when you go to File, Open up the exact same part as my mistake, exercise 16. And what you'll get is you'll actually get a pre-machined version that we put in. And so we hit Open, and you can see this actually has the data that indicates that the changes have been made with the 2-inch handle, as well as the features in the head are missing. And that's how you could create multiple tables.